love it when I turn up the bass.
Oh, here we go. See?
Oh dear.
This is just wrong us.
Damn.
Couldn't help himself, could he?
Have you pressed button? Because
Yeah.
there's no showing.
It's alright, mate. It'll kick in eventually. That's why I was saying, where's Rez? Because usually Rez gives me the link to my own stream so I know it's up. Because I can't even find my own stream. But there you go.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right. Like we know, like, 9 in every 10 men when I get to your age, they have that sort of problem. It's okay. I'm glad you told us.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Stream's up and running. We're live.
Yeah.
Although,
Sweet.
anyway.
There you go.
Oh, no need. No need. So, what's this one about? Oh, yeah. Cost of living increases. Is the cost of living increasing, or is our money just getting shitter?
Well, it's increasing, isn't it?
It's increasing due to inflation, surely.
Oh.
If wages don't go up with inflation, then the cost of living increases.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're very, very naughty, us working class people, for demanding that our wages go up with inflation so we can actually afford to live. Because apparently, that's what's causing the problem is our greed, not everyone else's. Socialist.
Don't forget, if you've got any savings in cash, it's now worth less. So essentially, the government's just stole off you. I'm down a couple of grand because of that.
So our money is being devalued before our eyes.
Yes.
But we're not in a recession. Oh. And America, although the definition of a recession, they say they're technically only in a technical recession, which I thought was fucking funny as fuck. How can you be in a technical recession?
Hong Kong, clown world.
But yeah.
Recession is a recession.
So what's the ramifications for, like, cost of living going up? Who pays the bill at the end of the day, and what's the call?
Well, if people haven't got money to spend on luxury items, then obviously unemployment starts to rise, which then costs more money, which means the government has to borrow more money. So it's a lose-lose-lose.
Yeah, but who's the government borrowing money off? Because the government's already owed, like you said before, was it 9 trillion quid? So why can't we just go? Can you just pay us?
Well,
keep lending.
This is the thing, isn't it? I mean, they keep saying that we're borrowing more than we're earning, but if that's the case, then why are we actually borrowing money off?
Well,
because
that's what I want to know. I mean, you reckon that we're owed 9 trillion, right?
Yeah.
Who owes us that?
Multitude of countries, because we borrowed money on their behalf, and then we're charging them. So we borrow it at 2%. We're charging them, I think, about 4 or 5%.
Right, but we borrowed the money in the first place.
Yes.
So basically,
and we're also on top of that, they're lending off of us as well because they do bonds and other sorts of stuff. So it's organisations, countries, and people.
You know what this sounds like? Oh, it sounds like loan shark racketeering.
It is.
No, that's illegal, Free State. Our government would never do that. They'd never rig an election. Law.
They're putting a vig on top of money that they're borrowing.
Well, no, not really. To be quite honest, let's face it, that's what banks do.
Yeah.
They borrow your money to borrow to somebody else at, well, we'll say for a mortgage, 9%, and they pay you 0.25% interest. You know, to me, that's racketeering. If they're earning 9%, they at least give you 1% interest. But obviously, no.
Not here.
0.25%. If you look at
For years it was 0.0%.
0.5% interest rate. I thought, yeah. All right, what the fuck's that gonna do for you? You know what I mean? Unless you got millions. But there again, if you had millions and billions, you'd get a better interest rate anyway, wouldn't you?
You have to pay.
well, that's it.
So, the cost of fuel has obviously got a knock-on effect on everything because nothing can be moved without it.
Yep.
True.
And then on top of that, let's face it, they didn't just screw us over on that. They turned around to every oil firm that has fridges and said you can't run them on red anymore. They said to farmers you can't run your tractors on red if they go on the road, which most tractors have to go on the road. So, you know, it was, I mean, I'll be quite honest with you, if you think that the cost of living has peaked, you're wrong. Because the knock-on effect is still got to come.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the year, farmers will work out what profit that, or as they're doing now, they're bringing harvesting now. They'll be working out, right, I've got 5 ton of grain, it's cost me X amount, how much am I going to be charging for this grain to earn a profit? That's when the real cost, which you wait until near Christmas, that's when it's really going to hit, when people go shopping for the Christmas stuff and they realise that a turkey's costing like 20 quid when last year it were a tenner.
but that's got nothing to do with inflation, you bigot. That's all to do with Brexit, you racist.
Yeah,
No,
standard.
Yeah. By the way, because I'm not in the UK, the prices over here increased this week again. So I went to the supermarket, prices were up again. So yeah, keep going up.
How much is it up by since 2 years ago, or 3 years ago in this case?
I think the last inflation we had now was 11.7. So the cost, let's just say I bought some pork. I was now 1.60 for a piece of pork, while a year ago, 2 years ago, it was €1. So 60 cents.
Damn.
Well, Deadly, what do you mean what's going on with Flux Fancy Dress? It's an improvement.
You found
I don't know. I just thought I'd try something a bit different. Next week it might be avocados. Not sure.
Come on, man.
Adrian Farrell mentioned that fractal reserve banking might be worth further reading. It's something I've heard of. Is that borrowing money out of thin air, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like for every tenner that you put in, they can borrow like 20 quid off it or 8 quid of it and charge you. It's complex. But, yeah. I started looking into that when I was looking at how the housing market was shorted. And, looked at how the banks got their AAA credit rating. That was a complete and utter fucking farce if you ever look into that. I mean, the banks pay the credit agencies to give them the AAA ratings. When the credit agencies start going, well, actually, these ain't fucking AAA, all they do is just give them an extra bung, check the fucking things, throw a few AAAs in there, and then all of a sudden, the whole thing becomes a AAA fucking investment again, and they can get it passed off. And that's what created the housing fucking market crash in 2008. Greedy bastards.
Just greedy.
Well, that's it. When you think about it, they borrow people on a fixed rate thing than they could afford it. I mean, when you think about it, the banks, they turn around and say, blah, 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 happen, that didn't happen. They could have stopped that crash. And here's how. Plain and simple, said to everybody, right, this is what you can afford. This is what your mortgage is going to stay at.
Yeah, but that's how
You
banks
can
don't
afford to
work.
Pay that. But no, they wanted to crash the housing market. Move in when everybody's take it off. Still, because let's face it, if you can't afford to pay your mortgage and they repo your house, once they sell your house, and they don't give a toss. Let's face it, they don't give a toss. They sell your house, and
For
people,
less.
yeah, and then you're left with whatever's left. And don't forget, you've got no choice. You've got to pay it, so you're left with a mortgage for an house that you haven't got.
Mhm.
I'm surprised people didn't burn them houses down.
Now, my sister, she was divorced, and the bank wanted to sell her house. She got a buyer, and it was €198,000. But the bank said, no, we don't do that. We don't agree to it. So she was left with that house. She couldn't afford it anymore. So the bank took the house and sold it for $197,000 to a guy who is lineage to the bank as well. He buys all those cheap houses off and sell it for a profit. So it cost my sister around $75,000 for her mortgage. So she still was left with the debt of $75,000 for her house. Well, it could be 65 because she had a buyer, but the bank didn't agree. And that's how banks do it, you know. They sell it cheap to their well-known spouses. They buy it up and they sell it for a killing.
Yeah, well, it's a big Ponzi scheme. The
It
housing
is.
market was a complete and utter Ponzi scheme. The regulators are toothless. The credit rating people are being bribed by the banks. The banks set the fucking price on everything. The banks knew what it was doing. They knew it was going to happen. They even was told, I think 2 years before it was happening, if you carry on doing this, this is what's going to happen. And they all says, nah, lot of bollocks, that ain't never going to happen.
The profit is too good.
You know,
Well, you think about it, right? Look how much money it costs us to bail these banks out, yeah?
yeah.
All right. If they'd have turned around and said to everybody with a mortgage, right, we're going to pay your mortgage, we're going to give you the money to pay your mortgage off. Oh, you know, we're not talking about these cunts that have got multi-million-pound mortgages. You know, we're not going to agree to that, but we're going to set a threshold to say, oh, say £200,000. We will give you £200,000 to put. If you got £1 million mortgage, we'll give you £200,000 to pay off on your mortgage. This is the threshold we go into. Yeah. So, said me, we've got. At the time we had, I don't know, only a £40,000 mortgage. So they say, right, you've got a £40,000 mortgage, we'll pay your mortgage off. If they'd have done all that, it would have cost half the amount of money, and the banks would have had money to get themselves out of shit.
Yeah.
But no. What did they do? They gave the money to the banks that then didn't lend it. Then the government had to give them more money so they would lend money. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what would have happened is the people would have benefited from the banks fucking up,
Yeah.
and not the banks. You see, and because it's the people's money that had to be fucking put into the banks. You know, it's just like another fucking double slap in the face, isn't he? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything that's going on around us now is all because we stepped away from the gold standard. All this fucking inflation bollocks, all this shit. We stepped away from the gold standard. Our money isn't worth fuck all. It's just paper.
Yeah,
No,
but we did step away from it. Our government stepped away from it. And then you had the fucking dickhead Labour fucking government sell the gold off cheap. Now, I'd love to know who they sold this gold to.
yeah, that was Brown Warning.
Yeah.
He sold off the gold just before it was about to go through the roof.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like a traitor to me.
No, but the government used bailout money for the banks, and the banks had to repay it back to the government. So the government took that money from us to pay the banks, and the banks increased their rates to pay the debt to the government again. So we paid double for saving the banks, if you know what I mean. So we
Yeah, but the point is that the banks haven't paid back, because if they had done, our debt would be 1 trillion less. Because let's face it, that's what it costs to bail the banks out, £1 trillion.
yeah, true.
Well, you also forget you've got the Royal Bank of Scotland that when we had a percentage, the government percentage share of Royal Bank of Scotland, and they've done the same thing as what Gordon Brown did with the gold. Once the price of the stock started going up, we sold them when they were still worth less than what we paid in the first place. And then they tried to make out it was a great success. You're like, how? You've lost money. You didn't gain any money, you've lost money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the bank done all right, though, don't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the bank done all right, and you can guarantee that someone in the bank hired one of these politicians' fucking nieces or something into a high position.
They lobbied, yeah.
Never.
It's like, it's fucking happens all the time. I mean, you know, it's like I said the other day with Fishy Rishi, and I just compare him to Tony Blair. Tony Blair creates immigration rules. Cherie Blair sues the government and takes the government for millions. Fishy Rishi sets up the stuff during lockdown for payments out. Fishy Rishi's other half pocketed a shitload of cash. It's just licensed to steal from the taxpayer, and that's the trouble. It's our money. And whilst they're saying we've got no money and, you know, we're struggling, we can't afford to fix the roads, fix this, do that, do the other. So they can't afford to look after the ex-servicemen that are injured, but they can afford to pay for fucking little Timmy to have his bits chopped off. And then all the ongoing costs for the rest of his life. They can find money to send abroad. They can find money to hire in Salem witch hunt fucking woke advisors for BLM. But they can't find money to give the bin men a pay rise so they actually pick up the rubbish rather than going on strike. Because their wages are fucking crap.
Well,
It's ridiculous.
the thing is, right, and this is what winds me up, right? We pay road tax for cars or bikes or whatever to fix the road. But it don't go for the roads because you pay it on your council tax as well. Alright? So why is there no money to fix the road if we're already paying twice?
Because they changed the rules on the road tax, didn't they? So they didn't have to fix the roads and maintain them.
Well, thing is, if they're taking money to fix roads, then they should do it. That's like me saying, like me selling a car to somebody and say, there you go, right, you paid me for the car. Oh, by the way, the back wheel's about to fall off, the windscreen's super glued in, and the back door's welded up shut. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, let's.
Are you speaking hypothetically, or are you speaking about the last 6 cars you sold on eBay?
I wish. Right.
And I didn't think you told them. I thought you waited until they started sending you text messages and then change your number.
But like at the end of the day, we've been robbed. If there's a thing on your council tax and it says this percentage is for roads, then they should be freaking fixing the roads with that money, because otherwise it's taking money under false pretenses.
Yeah, but you want to know what's absolutely fucking stupid, right? A lot of the times the councils don't fucking, use the budget up until the very end. And they have to squander the budget, right? So what they end up doing is they end up putting in sleeping policemen, speed bumps in there everywhere, right? And then digging them up. Because that way, right, they've spent the budget. If they don't spend the entire budget, they'll get less next year.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. But instead of using, all that tarmac, instead of making all that shit that you're going to rip back out. Because, who the fuck puts speed bumps on the fucking road, the main road, to the hospital? You know what I mean? Fucking who does that? I'll tell you who does that. Mark Council.
I've literally got a mental image of someone holding something sharp protruding from someone's chest that's millimetres from a vein or on a heart, and they're trying to hold it dead centre for them and going, it's okay, you'll see your family again. I promise you, whilst they're holding their hands, and then they hit a speed bump or a pothole.
You know what I mean? Not getting
I
down
know
to
there's a bit of humour there, but you can see it happening, can't
I,
Well, did you remember when I was telling you about in Wales that they reduced a load of roads down to 20 mile an hour? And they're on about going for a 20 mile an hour speed limit in Wales, yeah? Well, they're backtracking now, and they're going to turn some of the 20 mile an hour roads back into 30 mile an hour roads because people have had enough. Yeah.
They've done something like that down in Brighton. I don't know, so don't hold me to this, but there was a kick-off of people asking them, can we see the air pollution, the statistics for it? And I think they actually held the statistics back, but don't hold me to that, because obviously the claim is, oh, if vehicles are now doing 20 mile per hour, then they're burning less fuel and putting less pollutants. Where obviously most drivers are thinking, no, it just means you're wagging a granny out your car in second gear.
I would argue the slower you go, the more pollution you put out.
Yeah, within reason. I mean, obviously doing 50, 60 mile per hour, 70, 80, depending on your car.
Hear me out, right? Let's just run this through, right? You've got a kid walking at the side of the road, right? I'm using the kid because they're smaller and they're close to the exhaust pipe, right? So you got this kid walking down the road, and if you're just, you know what I mean, trundling down the road, that kid's breathing in all that fucking pollution all the way up the road. But if you just go vroom, straight past them, they ain't got to breathe shit in.
Well, to be quite honest, that's a fallacy anyway, because they actually did a test, and the cyclist, pedestrian, driver, right? After all them, who gets the most?
Cyclist.
Driver.
The driver. The cyclist got small amounts, and the pedestrian hardly got anything. So there you go. The lie's being portrayed again. I mean, if it's that poisonous, like they keep saying it is, why have we got 75-year-old HGV drivers?
Hang on, how did the driver get most of it? Did the exhaust go through the bloody dash or something?
No.
Yeah, air vents.
Yeah, it gets sucked in through air vents. Obviously, in winter, you have your fans on, it's pulling air in, so you get it. In summer, you've got your aircon on, so you're still pulling it in.
Yeah, but the exhaust is at the back, not the front.
Yeah, but
So it
that's not the
depends.
point. The point of the matter is,
I mean, in his car, he's got a knackered manifold, so it just comes straight out the block.
Oh yeah, well there is that. Yeah,
Oh, in Tiny's car.
leaky diesel injector.
I didn't realise electric cars had a manifold.
Neither did I, but he keeps on telling me it's this type of hybrid thing. So
it is.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it hasn't got a knackered manifold. It's not even 2-year-old yet, you bunch of cunts.
This is like this electric manifold. Is this a bit like the magic tree that like jumps in and out of the way?
Oh, you frigging
on the
stop
bridge.
that. I'm just ignoring
Yeah.
you, guys, I'm telling you. Seriously.
he's renowned for telling it like, you know, oh, it was my fault. The bridge hit me. The tree hit me.
No, I didn't say that.
The gate hit
It
me.
wasn't the bridge. Come on, let's be honest, it wasn't the bridge.
I thought Snowman
It was
talked
over a bridge.
It wasn't.
I thought Snowman talked utter bollocks, but I mean the shit he comes out with, you know, it wasn't a bridge. He just went over water.
There was no water there. Other side it was a dike, and they put a wall up to stop people driving into the dike.
You can't use that word anymore, man.
Why not?
Yeah, you
Because
did
that's offensive, any?
It isn't.
What,
It's a
dike?
dike.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it's
I
only
mean-
defensive if you're using it in the term that you're using it for.
oh no, there's no such thing as context. I just
No.
asked Dankula. No,
Yeah.
I mean, your job may be to stroke with a brush the hair out of a dog and clip its nails. But on Reddit, you're not allowed to call that person a groomer.
Oh, serious.
Oh yeah, I can't cross
A
this.
dike is where the river spreads its legs and takes a piss into the ocean.
No, a dike is
That's
it
what I
stops water from coming in, so you drown. That's a dike. Over here in Holland, we always call it a dike. Fuck that. So we call it dams then. No, they're too small for dams, so they're dikes.
Oh, so now we got dam dikes.
Yeah, some.
Oh,
This is getting out of order. This is.
Anyway, it wasn't a bridge, so get lost.
Oh, and yeah, you didn't hit the tree either. Just like scrape down the side of it.
I didn't hit the frigging tree. If I hit the tree, the lorry would definitely.
Alright, so what did you hit?
Well, to
What
be
did you
fair,
hit?
right, I can see where you're going with this, Gammon, because we're on about, cost of everything going up and everything.
Oh,
With people going around hitting bridges and trees and, damaging the environment
Getting
and
lost.
fucking, it puts all our premiums up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
well, it's also like when truck drivers get lost and shit like that. Obviously it's more fuel, more wear on the tyre.
Gammon! Stop
Says the
picking
man
on
that's
yellow.
never been lost.
What?
Says the man that's never been lost, Gammon.
Yeah.
Gammon's never
Oh,
been
no,
lost.
Yeah, he has.
No, I got lost once.
No.
Oh,
There you go. There you go.
Get lost, but I just got lost once.
Yeah, okay. Ask any professional European driver, have they never got lost in the French diversion? And if they
French,
say no,
shit.
they're either not a
here we
European
go.
driver or they're talking bollocks.
Here we go,
So-
look. You had to blame the French for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck the French, it's true.
Well, when in doubt, there is one thing, and Cullo will find this interesting. I mean, Cullo might have to explain this to you guys a bit more. So, we all agree that motorists are basically cash cows for the government. They say it's for road safety, but we know it's not.
Yeah.
Smart motorways, for example, they're 100% safe. They're a lot safer than having an actual fixed hard shoulder. Yet the statistics doesn't follow suit with what they make out, including when they say there's 100% camera coverage. Well, funny enough, your camera points one way; it doesn't point both ways. Well, anyway, let's move it on. So, there are new higher levels of TACA compliance that should have a serious impact on operators and drivers alike. James Barkhouse, director at Lawyers Barkhouse Jones, describes the changes. Right, I'm going to skip down to something and tell me if this doesn't sound like any government in the Western Europe and Western world. All right, the government appears to have snuck in the most onerous EU requirements on drivers since the tachograph was first invented, which I think was the 70s. And the COVID crisis seems to have provided the perfect cover. In just 20 days, back in August 2020, the Secretary of State of the EU brought into force a requirement which applies to all EU regulated drivers, regardless of how little EU regulated driving they undertake. I'm nearly done, boys. And which the DVSA interprets as a requirement on every driver to record every minute of every hour of every day, whether driving, undertaking at work, taking daily or weekly rest, on holiday, or even on sick leave. The record must be using one of three legally recognised formats: a tachograph charts, driver's digicard, or a printout from the digital device. So the RHA has gone through everything, and there is not a single thing showing that the government or the EU has tried to get this information out to drivers at all. And this is such a significant change. This is up there with this priority thing where suddenly the clip-clop of fat, middle-aged, over-fucking-weight cyclists that should be cycling in the drainage ditches and sewers, they let us all know that they suddenly have the hierarchy because they're adults and not responsible for their own actions. They just done it very under the carpet and changed it.
So the part in that was about you got to fucking also tell them when you're on holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to record when you're on holiday and all this shit. And they're gonna, by the looks of things, they want one of only three requirements. You can't just record it in a diary, which is what most of us normally do.
Yeah.
They're requiring you to fuck around with printouts, keep the printouts, and they're also considering it's going from your. If you do a printout and it's for a actual purpose, rather than you just double checking your own shit, you usually have to keep it for 28 days. They're now requiring you to keep it for 3 months. And it's just literally, it's now looking at any excuse that they can find that when they pull you over, they can walk off with £700 extra in their pocket.
Yeah.
Because the fines are going up. I mean, you guys get caught for speeding in your car, where you're looking at 50, 60, 70 quid. Ours are in the hundreds.
But if I get stopped by the fucking cops, or I get a fine at home, it usually starts around 160, 200 something, mate. We got the highest fines in the whole fucking county, so it's unbelievable. Over here,
Yeah, but
it's
your country invented the fucking speed camera, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And they told everyone that it would be a good idea to give the police Porsche Targeras because they're convertibles and the police can stand on the seats with speed guns. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry boys, I just thought I brought that in whilst we're talking about.
Yeah, you know, I love to talk about speeding because we love to do it, and the fucking cops keep harassing us and give us fines. Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, well,
No, you just like taking out cyclists.
Yeah, I try to take out cyclists, but I try to dodge them as well. It's just they're so kamikaze-ical, they're stupid.
Well, not so that far.
yeah, but don't forget in Europe now, speeding technically should be against the. Be very hard for these cars because now they're all fitted with this new system on.
Oh, the one that limits them to the speed limit of the road, and reads the road signs and all that bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how many accidents them are going to cause.
Oh, a lot.
You know, you think, oh, I can make that gap. I just need to tow it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but point is, it's right?
Yeah.
When I've sat nav running for times and see if there's any accidents or whatever. Now, my sat nav was telling me that the road I was on was a 50-mile-an-hour road. When I've just gone past the sign that said 60. It was dual carriageway. So even in a truck, I'm allowed to do the speed limit.
Yeah.
Because it's a national.
Oh, you're allowed, but you're not, are you? Let's be honest here, Tiny. What happens if you do 60 mile per hour in your what happens if you do 58 in your lorry on the motorway?
Well, you ain't gonna get 58. It's restricted to 55 for starters.
And the speed, for those that don't know, what's the speed limit for a British lorry on UK roads on a 3-lane motorway?
60.
Yep.
But like I said, it depends on what country. I mean, Tesco's has still got some of their lorries set at 52. But like I said, it's 60 mile an hour. But the point of the matter is, and this is the thing that gets me, you can be prosecuted for letting your taco machine, because what it is, you get a warning. So like, you're going down an hill, your restrictor kicks in at 55, and obviously you're fully loaded, that your speed limiter won't hold that lorry back on cruise. Because you've got 44 ton going down an hill. So then you have your thing, and once you go over I think it's like 56, you get so many seconds, and then it'll start flashing up over speed warning.
Who the fuck set up your taco?
Like, I don't know, but anyway, then you'll get it'll say overspeeding. When you get that overspeed, if you get pulled up by DVSA, you could be prosecuted for it, even though you haven't broke the speed limit. Now, how's that possible? Where's that right? You haven't broke the speed limit. Yeah, you've gone over whatever your truck's restricted to that, but the point of the matter is you can be prosecuted for it.
Yeah, well, just don't go over whatever your truck's restricted at.
Well, stop that. You want to get a bit further on, don't you? You know, we're all.
Oh, well, you see, this is the thing, you professional drivers, fucking, you know, you get paid these fucking wages to act professionally, and with all this gun-ho, I want to get the job done, fucking job and knock fucking mentality, you know what I mean? It ain't fucking good, is it?
Yeah, it's almost like they've got things to get home for. I mean, who the fuck wants the fat fucking overweight truck driver that spends his life getting lost and crashing into trees, that's 2 foot tall, getting home early?
You know what I mean?
Starters, that's
I'm with you.
let's have it
Which
like
bit? Which bit?
a lot of drivers are paid on a daily rate, and in my case, I'm paid for 10 hours. Now, don't forget, most of the driving I do, if I've done under a 10-hour day, I've done well.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, just to educate those on here that might be watching this that might want to become truck drivers or might already be truck drivers that are trying to work out how the hell do these vehicles overspeed? Now, we're obviously telling you this for educational purposes, not for you to try and get a top score. Okay, so what you do is you flick it into manual mode. Okay, so depending on your vehicle, you should work it out yourself. Now, if you keep your foot pinned to the accelerator pedal, the limiter won't kick in as much.
Yeah, but it comes up on your download.
Yeah. Don't clear your overspeed until you pull up. That's another little trick apparently that works, but we don't know if it does or not. And the top score for the A66, that's the official top score for the A66 is like 92 mile per hour.
Right.
And he lifted off at that point.
I fucking don't blame him, to be honest. Have you ever been? I've never done it myself, but I've heard stories about when you go over a certain speed on a lorry, things start getting a bit scary.
A bit?
I mean, I've never done it myself. I've never ever got a single fucking overspeed.
Well, when I
Honest.
come back from Ireland, we got off ferries, and I'm doing like 70 in a transit van, and this Irish lorry passed me. And I'm like, what the hell?
What, on the 75?
Hey,
Yeah.
Ryan.
I'm sick and tired of seeing fucking Arctics in the fucking fast lane or the third lane.
They're not supposed to be there. To
They're
get
not
I
supposed
know.
to unless they're on an A road. Unless they're on an A road.
Mate, this is the fucking M6. M6.
Yeah,
I'm seeing them
they're
going
not allowed there.
boom, boom, down the fucking fast lane. I'm like, that's illegal. You bastards.
I'm teaming up with Callow here. Callow, don't you fucking hate it when you're on a 3-lane road like the M1, yeah, and you got a 50 mile per hour average fucking speed camera, and you step behind a fucking car in lane 1 and lane 2 doing 43 mile per hour.
Yeah, winds me up to, and you flash them to pull into other lane.
And they brake check you.
No, you don't. You don't flash them to pull into the other lane because that would be a fucking illegal.
Like,
No, we're just making our presence aware. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what flashing the headlights. We're making our presence aware.
notify a car that you're coming up pretty sharpish, and you want him to get the fuck out of the way so you don't have to take your foot off accelerator.
No,
What do you mean you're coming up pretty sharpish? Hang on. What size engine's in your old Scania?
In the old one, it was an R450. Look, when it was going downhill, it was fantastic. When it were on flat, it was
I can
flat.
shove a shopping trolley down there with fucking Free State in it, and I don't think Free State will fit in the shopping trolley, but you get the idea here. I mean, that would go downhill pretty rapid, wouldn't it?
Have the Jordans
I
in
have-
the chat room.
Hello, Jordan.
Oh, Jordan.
As in, yeah.
I'd say, getting a sensible head back on though. I've noticed, over the last couple of years, there's been things popping up quite a lot. So you've had the mysterious case of a lot of canning factories going magically up in flames. I mean, obviously, because accidents happen, and there's nothing untoward about all these many canning factories and food processing plants catching fire suddenly over the last few years compared to what they were previous. Just like the churches in France that magically made out of stone that have all started catching fire over the last 10 years as well, that stood for hundreds. So you've got that going on. Then you've got rewilding. Well, yes, it does have certain benefits, but not when you're trying to rewild the amount of fucking farmland that they're trying to rewild. Plus with all the other crap, and then on top of them saying to you on the WEF and putting it on their fucking website, and go on there and check. I mean, if you think we're just conspiracy theorists, go on and type in World Economic Forum and look at what they're telling you, and look at the people that are beneath them, which is your prime ministers, your presidents, and they're telling you to eat the bugs. I mean, it is literally, this shit's planned. I mean, obviously, we're not saying that there's been magical cases of arson involved in these processing plants. No. Of course, we're not saying that. But,
Yeah. Have you seen the film Snowpiercer?
Yes.
No, I did see Silent and Green, though.
Yeah. Snowpiercer, people at the back of the train. You know the scum. Fucking all
I
them.
thought it was a TV series.
It is.
It's a series and it was a film.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, all right.
It started with a film and then the series.
But people at the back of the train, obviously, it was just the scum, so they got fed processed fucking bugs and shit in bars of like jelly snot.
Yep.
It was fucking rancid. But yeah, coming to a supermarket near you.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, isn't it?
I mean, the fact they. Sorry, go on, Tony.
Well, trying to bring a law in to charge farmers for the cows or the sheep or whatever farting. I mean, come on, let's be serious.
Yeah, that's New Zealand. They're proposing a bill. It's more than likely going to be passed, I would have thought, to tax farmers on the livestock for their methane output.
Yeah, that's what they're trying here as well.
They're doing it in Netherlands as well, yeah.
Oh,
how have they measured this? What they've done, stuck a gauge on back of a cow. And,
oddly enough, the majority of the methane apparently doesn't come out from their farts. It comes out from their burps.
Yep.
Burpometers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they've already measured it, mate. It's God knows how many hundred tons of methane per.
They measured it.
Yeah, but they put instruments in the fields of the farmers where the livestock is to do it. They did it. They really did it. They put instruments in the farmland to.
Yeah, but no offense, you can stick. What is the point of sticking an instrument in a farmland when farmland automatically produces methane as stuff is put on the land for it to break down?
No,
That's like they're lying, aren't they? It's
they are lying, but
well, let's just assume that they're not lying. Let's just assume. All right. My answer is, so fucking what? I'd much rather have a nice tomahawk fucking steak than cricket paste.
Yeah, I want
Literally, I have zero fucks in regards to all of this bollocks. I mean, all this, the world's going to end and all this sort of stuff, climate change and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, let's agree, climate change, okay. But if it weren't for the fact for the last 40, 50 fucking years, you've been saying that fucking the Netherlands, Belgium and fucking most of the east of England was going to be 12 feet underwater by fucking 1972.
Didn't happen.
People actually might pay a bit of interest. But when you got someone running down the road every day going, the world is fucking nigh and we're all going to be dead next week, after a few weeks, people are going to ignore you. And that's exactly the thing. So guess what? I'm ignoring you. I'm going to enjoy my steak and my buffalo wings.
Yeah.
Fuck you very much.
Can I say?
Go on.
Can I say it in Dutch? Krijg lekker de tering met je kleren insecten. We gaan geen insecten eten. And that's simple. Fuck off with your insects. We're not going to eat insects.
Well, here's the other thing. That they won't stop meat production. They'll just make it so the point that meat, like proper meat, is for the rich only and the powerful.
Yeah, the powerful.
I mean, when all these sort of saying to us that we can't go on holiday, we can't do all of this, they're having lockdown parties and everything else and flying and jet setting around the world. When they're all off to Davos to go and discuss this, which they could do over a phone call, they all show up and, were they eating cricket paste? Well, they fuck, mate. They're having fucking foie gras and fucking, tomahawk steaks and fucking all this sort of stuff. It's one of these. Do it for us, but not for one role for us, another role for you. Fuck off. You're an unelected group of body that's corrupted our politicians through either blackmail or bribery.
Lobby. They lobby like fuck.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, our politicians are a bunch of corrupt, easily fucking blackmailed bastards. Allegedly. But I don't care. Unfortunately for me, I live in the countryside. I know how to fish, and there's plenty of wild food running around. Shit, I've got wild boar up the road from me.
Hang on, we're on about allegedly and stuff, right? How many of the politicians from this country went to Epstein's Island?
A few.
I'd hate to think.
Because I know that Epstein's got done. For all the people that he peddled them kids to and that, I ain't heard nothing on all them people being done.
Well,
They're still
yeah,
walking free.
Yep.
one, well, he didn't get done with it, but one, it ruined his sort of life a bit. Member of the royal family. No more said, you know what I mean? Allegedly.
Oh, the one that pays
And I mean,
$11 million out because he didn't fucking molest that girl.
Yeah,
and I
that
mean,
one.
an unimportant mummy's boy from the royal family, and I emphasise the unimportant, work shy member of the royal family.
Like,
Yeah,
He didn't
well,
exactly do much, did he? To be honest, I mean, I know there's quite a few of you guys on here that are royalists, but even as a royalist, I will turn around and say he didn't exactly do a fucking lot for that title. It was just literally he just showed up every now and again, compared to other members of the royal family that showed up and done many events each week. 4 to 5 a day. Some of them will do. He was doing literally next to fuck all. So he's a perfect scapegoat, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's hiding behind mummy, right?
But hang on,
Yeah, all he has to do is, by law, is hide inside the royal residences, and he cannot be arrested without express permission from Her Majesty the Queen. And Her Majesty the Queen cannot be fucking done for fuck all.
Kendall Taylor hit the nail on the head. Yeah, Tony Blair went there, didn't he?
oh, wow.
Yeah, and he also
And hang on, Tony Blair went there. Now, what link possibly could there be between Tony Blair and kids? Oh, hang on, wasn't he him or his missus that helped fund the Madeleine McCanns to help
Yep.
find Madeleine?
Yeah.
Well,
that's the point. I better go find my daughter in a minute.
Wasn't there something to do with pedesters involved or something, allegedly?
well, let's face it. What religion did he convert to?
Catholicism.
Tony Blair turned into a Catholic.
What?
Right.
He converted to a Catholic, didn't
Pelosi's a Catholic.
And
Okay.
no questions have been asked on what he was doing on Epstein's Island.
he? Of course not. You know what I mean? He's,
Well, silly me. If no questions are going to be asked for the mass murder of fucking millions of people due to bullshit information, if nobody's going to fucking hold him to account for that, I mean, silly me.
Yeah, Blair.
Don't forget, he also went to another island on a very good invitation out during that time, and that was fucking Richard Branson's island.
Okay.
Hey, Blair.
Yeah, and so and he, I mean, I can't see Branson not have got allegedly getting any sort of financial incentives or any lobbying done during that time. He obviously just done it out of the kindness of his heart.
Hey, and
It's not
Blair.
like Branson to avoid paying taxes.
He also was behind the invasion of Iraq, right? Because they had weapons of mass destruction. The biggest lie in the fucking history of journalism.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was on about with the millions of people being killed because of his
Yeah.
bullshit.
Escalation makes it.
Sorry, go on, Ethan. Sorry.
Sorry, mate.
No, you go. You go.
I'll have to find the comment. Go on, quick.
The thing that gets me is when you bring that up about what went on over in Iraq and Afghanistan, you turn around and go, oh, it's because of the oil and the power. They always turn around and say, oh, but Afghanistan ain't got oil. Yes, but it's in a very strategic location. Which country, which I do not support, which country was playing a Billy Badass at the time that sat in between Iraq and Afghanistan? Iran.
Yeah. And
It was
Afghanistan is the biggest producer of heroin. Come on, guys, wake up.
Yeah. Don't even start to tell me that, the armed forces was out there protecting oil and heroin. I mean, that wouldn't be possible, would it? Oh, shit, yeah, that happened as well, didn't it?
Exactly.
It's mind-boggling to think of all the fucking bullshit and bollocks that we get told, and the majority of people just eat it up. And then even when it's proven, categorically proven, this person fucking took us to war based on a lie that cost people fucking their lives.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Give him 10 million quid and shake his hand on the way out of fucking Downing Street?
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget, you also make him a Middle East peace envoy. I mean, that's like mate putting Jimmy Savile in charge of charity fundraising for children. Oh, I did.
It's like putting fucking Harold Shipman in fucking charge of the NHS.
For the elderly care, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
Didn't Afghanistan have earthquakes not long back? And they've had that big appeal for Afghanistan to feed them. Like, well, if they stop growing heroin and started growing food, yeah, they might not need an help.
Well, don't forget, you've got the other problems as well. You've got massive civil wars over most of Eastern Africa between two religions that we won't go into, for obvious reasons. Work it out yourself. And that's been majorly kicking off over the last 2 years. But you can guarantee the mass food starvation will all be put down to what's kicking off in the east of Europe at the moment. It's obviously going to have nothing to do with the mass genocide that's been going on over there for the last 2 years and for longer, but it's been really ramped up the last 2 years. Yeah. It's hitting the fucking crescendo. But what the MSM put out is what people believe. It's like that shit with Brexit, with the Eurotunnel the other day, the Eurotunnel and the Dover ports the other day. Yeah. They're going, it's all passport, it's all the passport checks, okay? So when you go down there, your first bit you come to is the passport checks. The next bit is a bit where you get your tickets. So if it was all down to the passport checks, why would half the booths shut where you get your tickets and the queues were all the way back to the passport, so they can't release anyone from passport because the traffic's all the way back to the barrier? Yeah, okay, sure, that's Brexit. That's got nothing to do with mismanagement of not having enough people to run the booths and ferries only having a certain capacity, only get what, 120 lorries.
I know a little bit about that.
Go for it, mate.
From what Farage was saying on GB News is that Macron actually made sure there was not enough staff to be there on time.
Gosh.
Yes, that did actually happen as well. And that has been confirmed as well. There was a delay of, they tried to say it was an hour and a half, but it was longer.
Yeah.
So hang on.
But at the end of the day,
right? Hang on. Macron, who everybody knows, I think he's great. He's fucking. Not only have we already given him 50 million to stop the fucking dinghy divers fucking coming in, and then give him another 25 million on top of that. He now wants another
equipment on top of that.
He now wants another 50 million on top of that to deal with the same fucking issue that he hasn't dealt with the first 75 million. Right? And whilst fucking wanting that money, he's also over here trying to stop us from fucking getting into his country. Yeah. Are you taking the fucking piece? You're doing a better job at stopping fucking legal people getting into your country than illegal fuckers getting into ours. And we're paying for it.
You know, the funny thing is that his country will be getting money off us travelling through his country.
Yeah.
Or spending holidays there. So he's
everybody pays
his own tourism.
Well,
I mean, that's the only people who go to France are either people that are smart enough to actually travel through it because there's not much other options, or the absolute retarded middle class that think that it makes them look brilliant to go to France. I'm sorry, France is a shithole. I've gone through enough every inch of that fucking country, and it's a shithole. They might turn around and go, "Oh, this area is really nice." And you're like, "Yeah, but there's lots of other places in Europe that are fucking 100 times better."
Yeah, go Hungary. It's very beautiful. Or Croatia, very beautiful.
Well,
Why do you have to go to fucking French?
You know what is beautiful? This country, Britain. It's beautiful. Stop going abroad and wasting your money on foreigners and spending your money at home and create jobs at home.
What?
What's to go to fucking Swansea for a weekend?
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing, right? I probably wouldn't mind spending a fucking nice, time in a 4-star hotel. But unfortunately, getting a 4-star hotel is a bit like a push right about now because we seem to be housing the third fucking world in every fucking 4-star hotel up and down the country.
Oh,
So
well,
that's a
yeah,
bit of a
I
fucking
wouldn't
pisser
really
too.
want this.
Well, stop being a tight fucker and go for a 5-star.
I wouldn't really want to stay in these hotels after they've been in, to be honest. Don't know what they've done in them.
That's why
Just sounds dirty to me.
when the migrants leave, the hotels are getting shut and then they're getting refitted by, guess who?
Yeah.
Us?
Paying for it. Yes.
I mean,
but that's
for
you
it
hit the
now.
nail on the head there.
You too
Hang
as
on,
well.
he's hit the nail on the head there with this, with when they leave. I mean, how many times have the councils offered these people housing and they turn around and refuse?
Yeah.
Because they'll just be like, oh no, you need to house us, but we're not accepting that house because we want a better one.
They want a better house.
I don't get it. They don't get housed over in France. Why are we housing them?
Oh, they get housed in France as well. Don't worry about that.
No,
Yeah.
a lot of them spend a
What
lot
I
of
saw
time
is
in
they
the
get put
camps.
in they're put in camps. With
No,
tents.
they want to leave France to go to your neck of the woods, and that's why they put camps. But anyway, can I say to the French listeners, please, French, start to learn a fucking language like the rest of the planet does. Civilization needs you. Speak English. Job done.
Yeah, I ain't too sure how many French people actually watch this shit, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, just in case any French person ever watches one of our videos,
Yeah.
I'll give you the peppercorn sauce. I'll give you the creme brulee. But undercooking food and just covering it in sauce is not a cuisine. Just like your Meccano set, just like your Navy, and just like your Army, and literally every battle we've kicked your ass in 3C, Agincourt, kicked you all around fucking
Bland and
Portugal,
shit.
France, Spain. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh dear, Gammon. Gammon.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, you're not even in the top fucking 10, are you? I mean, let's be honest. Here. You've got like, all the cuisines around the world: Mexican, Indian. I mean, people would rather eat McDonald's and eat all shit.
Alright.
Oh, dear.
Howdy,
Where's the light?
ho!
Hi, Trump.
You're all right, too.
Alright.
Oh, that's it. It's gone to the dogs now.
Feeling trap.
All right, well,
Hey,
you're well.
Yeah.
Just coming from cruising the local toilet. Fucking, I was like a leprechaun in there.
Oh, have you been cottaging again?
Aye, not paying though.
Fucking light on parade, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you know things happen, you know.
Yeah, well, who's talking about all sorts, but it's mainly to do with why we're getting screwed over with the economy.
Every time.
Ah,
Didn't come across a shit government and a bunch of foreign usurpers.
How much has crude oil gone down recently? Or is it stayed the same?
I don't know. I heard that it
Because-
went down to, was it
95 a barrel, eh?
87, 90, something like that?
that's it.
Because at the end of the day, the price of diesel and petrol is going down. Not by much, but it's going down.
It ain't going fucking down as quick as it went up, though, is it?
Exactly. And
So
it's
it's
only-
only point that greedy fuckers that they are still ripping us off.
Yeah.
You know?
Over here, the news was the supermarkets are making a killing, but they sell less. Why are they making a killing? Because the prices did increase triply. So yeah, that's why they make a lot of money, but they sell less.
Local people.
Shop by the farmers, guys. It's way better and it's cheaper some of the times.
Well, it might be in your country, but in this country, it's frigging hard. To find a farmer actually with a farm shop is quite far and few between. And shopping local, the big supermarkets are probably more out of business.
Yeah, that's unfortunately that has happened in quite a few areas, but fortunately I'll rub it in again. I live in a good area. I've got 5 farm shops, 1 dairy, a local butcher's that he don't like me anymore, and a lot of actual local stuff. And they keep trying to open up chain restaurants and chain places like Costa's and shit like that. No one uses them. We'll use the local stuff because they can. If you buy like the meat packs and the dairy packs and that sort of, the weekly pack stuff, it works out cheaper than what the supermarkets can do it for.
They're
And the
also not
customer
going to
service is
shut
brilliant.
on a whim of a coin toss either, are they? They'll stay open rather than these fucking supermarkets being told by the government, oh, close a couple of days. Oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
These local shops, I turn around to my farm shop and said, don't you guys disappear. We'll need you more than anything.
Yep.
Farm shops don't pump water into meat.
Not a lot of farm do the processing of the meat. You usually have to go and travel to a slaughterhouse, but give the meat back.
Yeah, the water in the fucking meat did that. Hello, yeah.
Plus, on top of that, if you go to a proper local
it used to be a
butcher's,
bucket
you win
of
an arse.
meat. You used to inject all that water into the meat, and they die, you bastard, die.
Oh, sorry, I thought I muted. Sorry.
He don't take Ventolin charge, mate.
Oh dear.
I was going to say, don't forget the other good thing. The other good thing about your local butcher. The other good thing about your local butchers, if you go in there, they will have a load of information, and you can turn around and walk in and go, "I do not want kosher or halal," and they will. They've got the stuff in there. If they haven't, go to the next butchers. Because the butchers down my way know exactly where the fucking thing was bred, from which farm, who the farmer is, which abattoir it was slaughtered in. You go to Tesco's and they go, "Oh, it's British or Irish beef. All right, which farm, which county?"
Actually, Gavin, and this is true, you can look it up for yourself. When you're buying meat from like Tesco's and stuff like that, it's got a code on it, and it will tell you. If you type that code in online, it will tell you exactly which farm and which country that beef or chicken or whatever came from.
Hey, the last cow I fucking bought, he threw his fucking passport into the fucking English Channel before he got across on a dinghy to come.
No, I understand they've got that, and they've got the red tractor thing, and they've got the picture of some farmer on the thing. But would a general shopkeeper, without looking at the thing, or the person behind the deli counter, have that information compared to the local butchers? That's what I'm referring to. Well, without them having to look it up look at the packaging, which they've got the farmer printed on their leaning against the gate, they haven't got that information.
Do they have a picture?
Some of them got a picture of these farmers at Tesco's and Sainsbury's. Oh, fuck no. Go on, Tony, anyway.
If you ask, if you go to, I don't know, say Morrison's Deli or Tesco's, whatever you want to call it, and they're cutting meat up, and you ask them whether they can look it up and tell you exactly, they should be able to that. If they're not, then
but that's what I mean. They can look it up. Whereas if you go to your local butchers and you point at something on the fucking thing and go, "Where did you get your sheep from?" They will know off their head. They wouldn't have to look it up. That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, but the point is, Gavin, not everybody's got a butcher's like you. You know,
I don't live in the fucking city. I've got 4 butchers like that near me within about 15-minute drive.
The last butcher I was talking to was hanging up his knives because his son didn't want to take over. There's no money in it. And that were his exact words. So that were end of that butcher.
I'll say a funny story about a butcher that I can't go and buy anything from anymore.
Yeah, we already know that because you're an evil, nasty bigot.
Yeah.
Well, there's this butcher down the road from me, and you can go there about this time of year, and you can pick out which turkey you want for Christmas. That's running around quite happy, and he's like, giving the old sales spiel, which turkey and all this bollocks, and like this is the turkey's name and all this shit. And I was like, oh, Is it like WWF? And I like, fucking give it money in it, like, I'll give you the money in it to send me a Christmas card. And the bloke didn't find it funny.
I wonder why.
Like, I wonder why as well.
Yeah, Cameron, you did it again. So,
Tale of the century.
set your piece and get back and get some good meat. Local butcher is always better than the fucking supermarket.
Dude, that's what I just said. I've got like 4 or 5 local butchers around me. It's spot for choice.
I always like buying a pork chop with 3 hours left on it. That's what I fucking tend to get.
Overshare.
Yeah.
I fully understand where Tramp's coming from. I have that with crackpot.
I don't supermarket. Oh, aye. Fucking hell, yeah. Farm shops, you don't. Meat lasts double the time it does on the supermarket.
Well, when you think about it, a lot of supermarket stuff, it comes in frozen, they slightly defrost it, then they pump it full of salt water or whatever, or that crap is that they pump into it, and then they refreeze it. And then you wonder why, after you've defrosted it, only lasts a couple of days in the fridge. Yeah.
And you're wondering why the steak's half the fucking size of the one you can get at the butcher's, because they sell it per weight. So when you add water to it, increases the weight.
Smells like a leopard hadn't wiped his ass.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's I just don't know how they're allowed to get away with. I mean, the thing that gets me is most people don't bother looking. They see a nice piece of, we'll say, chicken breast.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that. They get it home, they cook it, and it goes from that to that. And it's like, what?
Your camera's not on, dude, so I don't know why you're going from that to that for. We can't see you.
He can. The stream can. It's just you that can't.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, that's because I'm in Discord. Fine. I'll turn my camera and I'll flick on the stream.
TV makes him look bigger, Gammon. That's probably why you don't.
Does it? How can you tell 2 foot tall we make it look bigger?
I'm not 2 foot tall, you shithead.
Because what you got to remember is that room that he's in is a shoebox.
Oh, yeah. Specially designed, isn't it?
Right, but how long did it take? How long did it
Oh!
An hour. It took 1 hour before he started taking piss, you rotten fuckers.
I don't know what you mean.
No, I don't know what you mean either, dude. God, Jesus, yeah. I mean, where'd you get your shopping from? Where'd you get that small vape from? I'm assuming that's a vape. I didn't realise I made batteries that small, but,
Oh.
Yeah, but you know the really little ones inside, like little micro watches.
Yeah.
He's just stacked like a couple of them together.
No, it's a normal one.
You're not in your serial killer cellar again, are you, Gammon?
I'm not in my what?
It's in a bar.
Serial killer cellar.
He's in a bar.
It sounds like he's in a freshly painted empty room.
No, I haven't put the plastic sheeting up on the walls and the floors yet.
Yeah, right.
He did say yes.
Oh, it's coming along lovely. Coming along well.
I'm sitting here drinking a beer, watching TV.
Lovely.
Wanker.
Yeah.
Cue tapas and fucking Kate and Jerry jokes. Insert here.
No. Let's not. Let's not, Gammon, please don't. She'll get us all fucking shot.
Oh, she's fine. She came out a minute ago and got all of the fucking Coca-Cola. She got back to the hotel room now. Fuck it, I'll include a joke. I'll include a joke, alright?
No.
I'm out in Spain, and most hauliers won't let you take any person with you as a passenger, even in the UK. And my boss has let me take my daughter with me out to Europe. So my daughter's 2 rooms away from me. There's only one way out, which is past the bar. Guess where I'm sitting? Cue the Kate and Jerry joke.
Unless, like, you know, comes through the window.
Yeah.
I'll have a fucking job.
Why?
Well, unless her name's fucking Peter Parker.
Oh, you know, right through the window, fucking gone.
No, let's not go there with that because they were on a upstairs apartment. Remember?
Yeah, but he's on ground floor.
It is.
He's...
Oh, it is.
Yeah. There's a complete difference. I'm 5 meters away in the same building with one way in, one way out, and they were in a different building, 50, 60 meters away?
Yeah, well, let's get off the subject.
I'm trying to hold back. I can literally just see this little bang coming down.
Yeah. Price of food. Let's get back on track. Price of food.
How much was the food at the restaurant?
How much tapas gone up by?
Yeah.
Well, that was in a restaurant, boy.
Yeah, it's got to be expensive.
Yeah.
I bet if you ordered the same as them now, it'd cost you more.
Yeah, I mean, what? Two adult meals only. No infant meals. Yeah, probably would have gone up in price.
No, I heard about a water hose pipe ban. Did I hear that right? Was there a hose pipe ban somewhere? Because that makes me piss myself laughing. I had a leak in my house and it pissed for a whole month, and they didn't even give a shit. Not a shit. I was more concerned than those fuckers.
It's funny with the hosepipe bans and stuff like that to reduce water usage, yet they'll still charge you the same cost every month.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't. That reminds me, I want to drink freaking waterboard and all this shit.
I'm metered.
Oh, here we go.
Matt,
Yeah, I'm
what's
metered.
funny about that? Go ahead.
They shut us water off, and then when they switched it back on, the water was so mucky and filthy that, and when the wife rung up and said, like, you know, they went, well, yeah, just run your tap for a bit. 3 baths.
3
later,
days.
You know what I mean? It's still muck coming out, you know, like bits of gravel. Yeah. And I asked, you know, and I
said, you jumped in the river last fucking week and left a ring round it.
But the point of the matter is, I'm on a meter, so all this water was run away, and now I've got to pay for this dirty water because they screwed up. So there's going to be a big argument. I want money back.
Yeah. Is this a normal size bath or is it like a thimble?
No, it's a thimble.
Come on, Cameron. Enjoy your beer.
And not only that, I've had to got that boiler flushed because of this stuff that's stuck in the boiler. Is
that why you put your thimble over a match to warm the water now?
No. I have plenty of gas.
Oh.
But you're going to have fun with them,
ain't you? Lighter.
You need some lighters, mate.
You need the money back as well for the dirt in your fucking boiler.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not good. The fact of the matter is that water companies... And that's another thing I know. You don't get to pick which water company you want to be with. So you're stuck with the price. Every year they put it up and up and up, and there's nothing you can do about it. I thought there were a law against having
monopolies.
Monopolies. Yeah, well, I think...
Well, they're not going to pipe water from, let's say, Scotland all the way down to you, are they?
Why not? They pipe gas all the way from Scotland down to midnight, same thing.
They'll probably charge you per mile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Point is, at the end of the day, if they can do it with gas and electric, you can go with different companies for gas and electric. Why can't you have different companies for water? So you get the same gas. There's no difference in gas. There's no difference in electric. It's coming from the same power station. It's still coming from the same supply of gas, but it's just with different company.
Oh no, there is a difference in electric. You got that magical electric that just appears out of thin air and charges electric vehicles. The magic
lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Right. But well, that's if somebody hadn't cut the end of your charging cable off when you turn up and you're on your last 10 miles. Side of it, and some person has cut it off to weigh the copper in.
I mean, let's be honest. How many of us have seen these electric charging stations and thought, if I was a kid, I'd have either put a cheap padlock on there so they can't get it off, or I'd have disconnected it whilst he was charging.
Yeah.
Just, we'd have gone back to what we'd like as kids. Yeah, you're just looking at thinking, and that's why I won't buy an electric car.
Well,
I'll just make it public knowledge that it's, you can sell those cables for quite a bit. Hey kids, guess what?
Yeah, you can make money.
Unfortunately, the truth of the matter is, once you connect these cars up, there's a lock that locks into it, stop disconnecting it, apparently. I don't know how true it is, because I don't have an electric car.
Me neither.
So how do you unlock it then?
Well, once it's fully charged, you have your key, and when, obviously, you're with the car, and press the button, and then it releases it.
That's strange. Because I've seen a fucking thingy going, how to secure your charging cable. Fucking, you can either wrap it through the wheel and put a padlock on it to make sure nobody nicks your cable, or drive your car over the fucking part of the cable so nobody can nick your cable. I'm just wondering why they're giving out videos on how to stop people nicking your fucking charging cable if there's a lock on it.
Well, I suppose at the end of the day, it all depends on what type of cable you've got and what car you've got. If you've got the cheap Chinesium, then yeah, they won't have that kind of system on. But like the so-called good mates like Tesla and Lexus, theirs lock in. But I suppose at the end of the day, it doesn't stop them still cutting it while it's still charging.
Okay, to be honest, the cables around 3 meters, if you cut them off, it's around €5 a meter, so yeah, that's €15. Of course they're gonna nick the cables.
Well, the thing is this, have you not noticed how before they were all bragging on, they could charge the cars up and get 300 miles for like £8. And you noticed how they stopped all this bragging on internet, stopped on the charging the cars up for £8 and stuff like that. That's all stopped now. Wonder how much it's actually stung them to actually charge the cars. I mean, because one guy I saw, he actually admitted it was cheaper to run a diesel car than his electric car. So, irony there, isn't there?
Well, there is, considering he's done for it.
Look at the worried face on Gammon where he's pressed stuff and he don't know what to do now. I'm on the wrong page.
He's checking his auction for his daughter.
No, man. Well, my daughter's actually popped out to see me, and I was missing out that conversation because it disconnected from the earpiece. But you were talking about electric cars. Who's got an electric? Hello, you got an electric car. What have you noticed about?
I haven't got an electric car. I keep telling you, a mild hybrid.
A mild hybrid.
So that bloke was more expensive in electricity, and yet he also got the electricity from fossil fuels. So why didn't he just use his fucking diesel car?
No. But like I said, mine has a diesel engine.
So hang on, this mild hybrid, is that like mild chlamydia?
Yeah, it's like a mild.
I've just got a mild case of gonorrhea, honest.
You cut right.
Yeah.
One, you can't drive a car on the electric motors. It won't. You need the diesel engine running for it to drive. Simple as.
Yeah.
The electric motor assists the diesel engine.
Well,
That is it.
Shit, then he.
Well, no, because I didn't buy it because it was a mild hybrid. It was the vehicle I wanted with the spec I wanted.
Yeah, well, why couldn't you get it in a proper
You
man's car?
want- Yeah, I was about to say that. Why you wanted that car?
Because I wanted the spec. And
Yeah.
You wanted that car.
I wanted that spec of car.
You wanted a
Oh,
Ford.
Sorry, when this is.
What's wrong with a Ford?
Fix your repair, Daily.
The Skoda, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a car I wanted though, am I?
Right.
It's a car I could afford. And is this mildly diesel car that you're on about? Is this like you're mildly small, or you mildly touched the fucking tree?
Or a
No,
wall, or a bridge.
I didn't hit a bridge. So
They-
He's
you
only
you
got
had
the
the gate,
mild
though.
battery on his car.
it's only 48 volt battery. It's not a 230 or 250 or whatever they used to.
I don't know what it was. You saw it was V12 and you thought that was like the valves in it,
Well, actually,
rather than it
no.
was 12V.
No, it's an ST line, not an
Oh,
ST.
dear.
It's a kind of Ford.
You got hang on, you got an SCI.
Do you,
Eh?
do you remember when you was a
Going on
kid
there.
and you had an electric car to play with?
STs. You
Oh, right, okay.
Does your wife know?
What, that he's got a mild case of gonorrhea or he likes STIs?
Oh, I hope you haven't called that monkeypox.
Do you
Yeah.
know, it's a good job our lass in here. I tell you what, because she did all this, she'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about in there? I'm going to slap it.
We wouldn't talk about it.
We're going to have to wait till she's there then. This could be fucking even more fun.
Yeah, we can let her know. I mean, we
I
can
don't-
also
I
do a
don't-
karaoke session.
He's
For
the
instance,
rooster.
it's not singing Buddy Holly.
What?
Huh?
I
What?
said we could have a karaoke session, start singing Buddy Holly songs.
Oh my God, no.
Oh.
Cameron, you are fucking treading well on thin fucking ice.
Kung Fu Wee.
You do know how
Yeah,
Gammon is.
yeah.
Everybody knows how Gammon is. So yeah.
Better
Oh,
than
bless.
Super Guy.
Just like, stop picking on the callow.
Yeah.
Are we going to read some of the stuff from the chat? So
playing.
we've got a chat on the side.
The Callow.
I think you could
Is there anything
switch an alternator on a legacy car and charge it as it's travelling, as James said. Thousands of EV laying failed because they can't recycle the batteries. Yeah, sounds about right. And also, that's the thing. You know the people that have EV cars for virtual signalling purposes also know that there's a good chance that the car bolt in the battery that you're using for your virtual signalling purposes probably killed the kid. Just saying.
Yeah, 12 hours a day. 14, 16 hours a day.
You know, there's kids mining car bolt for your fucking EV batteries. They're real people. They're not like, you know what I mean, anime. They are actually real fucking people dying
Yeah.
for these fucking EV cars.
Do you hear us, Greta?
No.
Yes.
And all to get to carbon
Don't
zero.
forget.
And carbon zero means no us. We're a carbon-based life form. If we
Don't forget though, Free.
Yeah, it
Don't forget.
does. I think that's
And
what
three.
the rebellion is.
And nature needs carbon. Nature
Don't
needs
forget though,
carbon.
Free.
Well,
Don't forget though, Free. We're the racist ones, but we're the ones that don't want kids of a different colour getting killed the opposite side of the planet just so we can drive an electric Toyota. But we're the racist ones.
Yeah, we know.
oh, standard,
Yes.
man. Standard, any, but you know,
Standard reply.
fucking.
You
it's a
racist.
piss take.
Yeah.
You racist, and he drives off in his Prius, and you're like, really?
Yeah. It's, but we all know it's fucking clown world, doesn't he?
Yep, Hong Kong.
Oh, actually, speaking about that, did you? I come across the story, and I'm going to plug their channel in slightly. Lotus Eaters. Did you hear what's going on over in Mexico City?
Enlighten me.
the locals are being priced out of their housing in Mexico City, and rather than traditional cafes being there, they've now got Pilates and oatmeal latte shops. And when people are going into the restaurants, they'll be given English menus in Mexico City, in Mexico. Why? Because a bunch of digital nomads from America are moving to Mexico City to work online.
Yep.
But apparently, this is a big problem. You see, diversity is our strength. Everywhere else in the Western world, apart from Mexico City, because it's the white people going to Mexico City.
Oh yeah, I've heard that they've taken Speedy Gonzalez's home.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're moving to Mexico because it's cheaper to live in Mexico than in fucking America.
I need to pick on the 3 here as tourist information board. It is pronounced Cafe Cornelio.
No.
Free State knows about Spanish, mate.
No,
We
I
don't.
don't know.
Oh, we're getting spammed by a fucking chat.
Come on, 3. What is it?
What?
Cafe Cornelio. Or is it Cafe Cornelio?
Cafe con yellow.
Cornelio, or is it Cornelio?
What do you want? Coffee and ice?
Fucking... no, not fucking ice. Coffee with alcohol. Whiskey. It's Cornelio.
I have monkey.
Oh.
I dare you to say I have monkey pox on my arse.
Oh, I'll see if I can fucking remember it.
Free State, watch the chat. We got a spam.
Yeah.
Right, man. Somebody will deal with it, maybe. Or not.
Oh, see you. Cafe Cornelio, por favor.
Café.
Cornelio.
Café con hielo.
Sí.
No,
Yeah.
that's no, that's not what he wanted. So he's gonna get coffee and ice.
Cafe con whiskey.
Vale.
Sí.
Ethan, are you there?
You're gonna get coffee and ice, will ya?
Yes, mate.
There's a lot of what?
Well,
Oh, don't.
He sorted it.
Yeah.
sorry, failed again.
Whiskey.
Sí.
Oh, try again. We'll just hang about, mate, while you order your fucking booze.
Who is that fucking thing that's limped onto our... Every bloody time we do a live stream, that dating site comes up with the plebs issue in it.
It'll be a lefty.
Oh, bound to be a...
Now ask her what time she knock off work. On. Oh man. You can't have the stream waiting around while you're getting a fucking drink. Go on, you cunt. Say to her, you know, how's about I'll take you out the back and smash your back doors.
He's weighing himself.
Go on, say that to her.
He's weighing himself.
See if she understands English.
Oh, definitely.
Huh?
Come on, amigo, eh?
It's like that fucking scene out the business, eh? One walks into the bar and goes, how about if I bend you over this bar and smash your back doors in? Okay? And then the other one that's with him goes into another bar and he goes, how's about if I fucking make you suck me now or some shit like that? Right? And she goes, I don't think my husband will like it, and he's that big cunt sat over there.
You didn't watch any Football Factory again?
It's the business, eh?
Oh, that's it, the business, yeah.
In quality.
I love that bit in that fucking film.
But yeah. Oh man, what? Run out of all your Spanish pata?
Hang on. Is this coming from the person the last time he was trying to tell me to say something, was trying to get me to tell the waitress that I had AIDS?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want that again, do you?
Cameron, shut this out, mate.
Well, you wanted a spoon or
I'm talking
something?
to you, Francis. Yeah, well, I'm chatting to you, and then some fucking pissed up geezer in the next table over kept signing around trying to fucking talk to me. I'm like, dude, I'm on a fucking headset. Fuck off.
They are, you pulled.
Well, it'd have gone
Mate.
down well, I reckon. Put it this way, dude.
Man.
If that didn't break the fucking ice, you know what I mean? I don't know what would. You're right, girl. I've got AIDS. Fuck, it's an instant ice break.
Yeah. All the wonderful questions afterwards.
I've already innuendos we could have put at the end of that as icebreaker.
How many times have we had it now?
Yeah, but
The Peter Sutcliffe opportunities alone are fucking tremendous.
yeah, but let's face it, man. I did fucking help you out with that cozza.
Oh, fuck yeah. I was actually telling my daughter about that the other day. She goes, does mummy know? I was like, yeah. Well, she goes, what did mummy do? I said, mummy laughed. She went, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, that's pretty much what your mum done. Yeah, I nearly got fucking done by a copper in fucking in Mercia. And fucking first port of call, phone free state. And he managed to get me out and get a fucking big ass fine from some twat in a fucking police bike.
Did
Free.
you get your longer sentence?
No, he got me off. Free, I could see a stray dog. Can I take it home?
Oh,
Here we go.
No.
It's fucking its tail, it looks happy.
yeah,
He's
sure,
playing
would
with the
be.
guy at the moment.
You just got to be careful about the fucking rabies.
Yeah.
What's your bullseye?
Please.
Yeah, what do you mean dog getting rabies if it bites gammon?
Yeah.
That's what all the immigrants have got now. They've brought all
I still remember that fucking kitten.
Exactly.
Jesus, what was that? 3
that's
years
the lesson. Yeah. You took a kitten in and he got fleas. So yeah, never do it again, Cameron. Never do it again.
I don't even fucking like cats. It was just like woke up in the morning, there's this cat sleeping on the fucking bottom step. I thought, oh, bless it, pick it up, let it have some water. And then like fucking couple of hours later, I'm like, why am I scratching like a cunt?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah,
Told you.
please.
I warned you.
Fucking hell, boys, it's fucking hot over it. It's probably still high 20s.
It's normal summer weather.
Oh.
I know.
No, it's global warming.
Ah, no.
Yeah, summers aren't hot and winters aren't cold, honest. And water's not wet.
Watch
Water
you
ain't
don't
wet.
get over stroke.
Yeah, water's not wet, honest.
It ain't?
No, it's global warming, you fucking conspiracy theorist.
You might have an heart attack with all this warming weather. You know, it causes that.
Oh, you
No,
better...
I didn't have the magic water, so I should be alright with the heart attacks and epilepsies and fucking fits and strokes.
Don't listen to
Yeah.
football or watch any sports games or anything. Because, you know, raise the blood pressure, get your heart attacks.
You know, if all the
Well,
politicians and the elites told the truth, I think that would give a lot of people a heart attack.
Yeah, oh God, yeah, just a fucking bit to come out. Well, they already do admit things, but people just don't want to look at it. Just one quick one for the trolling for you boys out there. If your wife or your girlfriend, or you know, if you're a part of the rainbow flag and your other half sitting indoors and are really watching the Lioness game, don't forget to get the Hoover out and start hoovering up whilst I'm watching a game, and I have to conveniently keep standing in front of the TV screen like they do to us.
Is that on the wildlife?
Some more of that, yeah. I ain't got a clue what channel it's on, but I spotted it as a meme the other day, and I thought, you know what? Actually, that's got some proper fucking truth there. How many times do we sit down to watch the footy, play the PlayStation or something, and your missus will start hoovering or stand in front of the TV?
Don?
It's payback time. Yeah, we forgot you got your phone, blah, blah, blah. You're the alpha. Go on.
No, it's
Get
just
it out.
fucking etiquette, any. Who does that? No, saying anything about being alpha or anything else. Who does that? If somebody's doing something and they're watching the TV, who fucking does that? It's inconsiderate, any. Nothing more, nothing less.
It's women.
Well,
Women do it.
well, then they need to be told stop doing it, obviously. Because it's inconsiderate.
Look, I will pick fights quite happily. Picking a fight with someone that spends half their life in a kitchen where there's sharp and heavy items, it's not a good idea.
Well, you'd be more concerned with the fact that she prepares your food And women are notoriously more prone to poisoning people than fucking stabbing.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I wouldn't worry about the knife so much.
What happened to your husband? He died of poisoning. Yeah, but he got stabbed 27 times, yeah, because he wouldn't eat the poison. Oh, that dog's so happy. He's running around.
Oh dear.
I could always try and pass it off as a anti-fucking immigrant thing. Put it in the trailer.
Leave the fucking dog, man. Do you know somebody who like owns the hotel or works in the hotels, dog? You're gonna kidnap somebody else's pet just because you think it's like, you know what I mean?
Well, because I think it's Spain and it's abandoned and it's a stray. Yeah.
It could be a working
the
dog.
littlest hobo too much.
It's patrolling the area, making sure there's no foxes
Yeah.
or cats in the area.
Yeah.
You don't want to get fleas again, do you?
Learned it the hard way, so yeah.
Dear.
Of course, no fucking reply for that cow, do you, cunt? Fuck you.
No, you gave for everyone last time.
Oh,
Oh,
Just wondering why you were scratching his nuts a lot.
that's crabs, mate.
Who did you get
I
them
did
off?
try and get the money back.
hello.
The dead prostitute. Was it Callow? I thought it was a bit of a tiny prostitute. I thought, oh look, it's I took one look, and there was this midget laying right on the floor, like dressed up, high heels, right next to a Scania. I should have fucking guessed it was Callow.
Yeah, but he said he only had a little bit of it. Remember?
Yeah, it was quite embarrassing when a midget turns around and says it's a bit fucking small, isn't it?
And then starts calling you Justin.
He just
I
did.
wouldn't want it on the end of a nose, would you?
The chat asked for a Discord link.
Yes, mate. It's in. Oh, it's in the
Yeah,
description.
we'll put the link in, and if you upload a naked selfie to general chat for us, and then that way we can approve you afterwards.
No. We'll just put.
No naked fucking pictures, Gammon. You're a sicko, do you know that?
We know.
He can't help himself.
Nope.
Oh. So when are you coming out of Spain in Free State?
I ain't. I'm banned.
What? When?
Well, since they keep on changing the fucking rules and regulations, so fuck them. Well, that's
Oh,
just
mate,
one of
it's,
them.
it's a fucking nightmare over here with that shit at the moment. I'm starting to ramp up on it again. I'm seeing more and more fucking mask obligatory fucking stickers everywhere now. You're like, really? You can't sit and learn the last time?
Yeah, they try to ramp it up here as well with the stupid goof.
What I don't get is, right, fucking Spain and being the operative word there, a wank load of fucking money out of British tourism. I mean, fuck me. Marbella wouldn't be fucking Marbella, and Estepona wouldn't be Estepona if it wasn't for the fucking money that come from this country building it. You know what I mean? A lot of it might have been shady money, but fucking it's still built it.
Yeah.
You beat me to it on that bit. I was about to say, you know, all the money the banks provided to Marbella and that, you know, to build it up their economy. You know, they didn't know they was giving it to Marbella at the time, but
Yeah, after Dutch are on vacation as well. All to the other states like Spain, Italy, Turkey, go on, you name it, they're there. Spending
yeah,
money.
if you're a criminal, if you're in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and you're a criminal from Western Europe, you need to go and retire and get out of your country. Where'd you go?
Spain.
Yeah. But extradition is still in fucking play, so they didn't end up being a good fucking idea. Guatemala's nice, I hear, though.
You can always get Ronnie Briggs and fuck off to Argentina and get a shitty fucking plastic surgery done.
It's just all bollocks, man. I mean, the amount of money that Spain must have lost due to all this fucking, you know, pandemic. all the new restrictions stopping fucking Brits from going there. I mean, it's got to be fucking costing them.
Trillions.
And yet, they're doubling down. They're making it even harder. Now, it's like £85 a day. You've got to have spending money. You've got to prove that you've got £85 per day, per person, to fucking be able to, you know what I mean? What the fuck?
And that's ridiculous. I mean, you think about it. You come over to Spain, yeah? How much is a menu del dia?
Oh, €5.
€12. Yeah.
Depending where you go.
Yeah, Brocadillo de Lomo, Cafe Coletti. I mean, unless you're going out and actually doing proper shit, you're not going to spend 85 fucking euro a day over here.
Well, if you
I come out here and I can survive on easily on €100 a week. Easily.
Oh, here's the thing, man. Fucking, if two people went for a holiday for a fortnight or 15 days, yeah, holiday, they'd need something like 7,000 fucking 900 quid or something stupid. Cash.
And if you got that much, where are you going to go? Barbados.
Right.
Let's be honest.
That's how much they need to be able to prove that they can afford to be in Spain for the 2 weeks. Right? Now, here's the thing. If you go out the country with more than £1,000, you have to declare it. You have to prove where it come from. Fucking give them receipts of how you got it. Fucking all the rest of the fucking bollocks.
Yep.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so your option is to then withdraw it from an ATM in said country, and who makes the money when you withdraw it from an ATM in another country?
Banks?
Yep. As you told me, what was it, about 4 weeks ago? Follow the money.
It's all bollocks.
Yeah.
So, I think the thing about this stream is it's all bollocks, man. Cost of living's going to go up because our fucking money is devaluing. Fucking, when's it going to end? I have no fucking idea. I stopped counting when I got to about 300 years of how long it's going to take to pay back the money that this pandemic's cost us. So, yeah, your grandkids, their grandkids, and their grandkids are going to be fucked as well.
For absolutely nothing, because the world didn't change.
No, it's the Green New Deal, Build Back Better, right? That's what they're praying for at the moment. To save the planet, fuck off. That's why they devaluate everything. That's why everything goes up.
Everyone's starting to turn on them now.
Yeah.
I think you'll see a big hit against these globalists because they think they're going to do all this to all of us. Well, I don't think we agree with it, do we?
I hope it's a big backlash.
Just keep strong and stay strong and eat meat. I mean, we don't want to eat the bugs. That's what we make clear to them. We don't want to eat the bugs.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Like any guy in here, what would you, if you're given a choice, would you rather go down and go rug munching or just eat the crabs out of a pubic hair? It's a no-brainer, boys, isn't it?
Fucking random. Yeah, man.
Puts it into context. Sorry, boys. Puts it into context, though, doesn't it? I mean, the power is yours. The power is yours. I mean, come on Discord, speak to Tramp on here, speak to me. What side of rebellion? All it takes is, like, a little bit, and it will cause it to kick. And I'm not calling for any terrorism acts, any overthrow of government or anything, but just enough for our voices to be heard and to go, you're here to work for us, do as you're fucking told.
A rebellion will not happen here anyway.
Other centuries.
Yeah, not here.
We're not going to stop now.
Okay, I got my father finally so far to put a farmer's scarf in his car. I bought it. So I paid for it, but he got one. He got one in the car. So yeah, we support the farmers.
Got what in there?
A farmer's scarf. That's the form of rebellion. Yeah, it's a farmer's scarf. That's what you put in support of the farmers in your car or on your car. But yeah.
Sounds like cow.
You saying that
the thing that grows into a cow?
You say about these farmers' cards, you look at over the last 3 years with things that have grabbed your attention with an image to a cause. So you got the farmers' card over in your country in the Netherlands. Scarf, right. In France, you have the Gilets Jaunes, yellow vest. Over in Spain, not long ago, there was having a massive kick-off with them getting pissed off with social dumping. You know, and all these problems are interlinked.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
Yeah. WEF.
We
Violence, fucking subhumans. Untermensch.
can we say those names? Schwab, Soros, Bill Gates, all those ilk what's doing this?
Oh,
because it's not alleged, is it? It's proven. You know, it's proven that George Soros gives money to these organisations. It's proven that Bill Gates has brought up all this farmland and he's getting into medicine. It's proven that the problems that we've had recently is down to certain diseases and the famine that's coming towards us, which the MSM are even saying, let's say, hey, we got a famine coming. They might not be actually saying the reason why we got a famine coming on.
Yeah, they pay money to oppress us. That's what it is. They pay big money and we get oppressed.
Didn't Bill Gates own the record of the thingy flights to Funny Island?
Yeah, he was on the flights as well. He was on those islands as well.
I heard he was a bit of a record breaker.
Yeah.
He's a record breaker.
Bill Clinton got the number one. He's the number one on the flights.
I've still got a prediction with half these nonsense. Well, with all these nonsense. The only person who's going to want to clear off and go with a child for that sort of thing is someone that's so shit and so inadequate in the bedroom that they can't satisfy a real woman, which is why they need to try and force themselves onto a child. So, you lot basically going off to this island have admitted to everyone in the world you're shit in bed, which is probably why you're a cuck, because you'll have to let your missus go off and fuck something else because you're so terrible at it. Oh, that's got to hurt.
They just
old.
Yeah, but them type of people like that, in type of pain, are they? Work on.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're not masochistics.
We hate them for it, but yeah.
Anyway, I think we've took fucking cost of inflation fucking far and beyond, eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
And say bye-bye.
Oh, what I can say, Free State, did you went to the groceries?
Huh?
Does he look like he eats vegetables?
No, just asking if you went to the groceries or supermarket.
Oh, supermarket. What I needed to.
Yeah, how much cost bananas at your place?
Pound.
I ain't got
a pound. Fucking hell. Over here it was €1 something for a truss of bananas. So yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest, you're from the Netherlands and everything over there that's shaped in that sort of shape you use as a sex toy. We know you're a bunch of kinky bastards.
Hold on, you get more than one banana?
That's a good one, Cadera.
You get back bananas. What is it? 6 bananas for £1.
£1? Jesus, that's a lot of money.
Well, no, not really. It could be even more. It's been a pound for years.
And bread. How much is bread? Because last time I went to the supermarket, I paid €1.80 for bread.
Good
bread.
£1.15.
75p. Alright.
Prices go up, so yeah.
Well, hang on. Why are you asking us what our wives spend at the supermarkets? Do you think they tell us the truth?
Good one,
Kevin. I mean, I'm being honest here. Which one of us guys actually goes fucking shopping for groceries? We send the other half. Unless you live on your own, you're a cyclist.
During lockdown, I didn't go at all. I was like, fuck that shit. I ain't wearing a mask.
Fair enough.
I mean, your wife will tell you the truth on how much she spends down the fucking supermarket when we start telling the truth on how much we spend on computer games and car parts a week.
Anyway, I do groceries for the missus from time to time. So yes, I do groceries. Most she does themselves, but I do it for her as well.
Hang on. Sorry, I've really got to interject here. I've just mentioned the wife shopping and that. Is she watching this fucking live stream? Because she just sent me a text message.
She doesn't speak English that well.
Literally, my phone just went bingo. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know, Cameron, she doesn't speak that good English. You know that.
What, his missus?
Yeah, my missus.
No, she speaks pikey. Oh, your missus. I was on about my missus, mate. And no, my
Your
missus don't
missus.
speak English.
She speaks
No,
English.
she doesn't speak. No, she speaks Pikeynese.
Pikeynese? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I keep asking the same fucking thing, mate. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, most other English people would better tell you Pikeynese is Pikeynese. It's just, well, you know.
Right, on that note, it's time to see.
Yeah, I'm going to go as well.
So, right then, peeps. Say your goodbyes.
Right on. Yeah, well, don't forget to tune in next week, boys, at 9 p.m. I probably won't be here, so you get a bit of peace and quiet. But the rest of you, 9 p.m., it's just for you.
Good night, all.
Especially if you're on the toilet going for a poo.
Fucking random knobhead.
Really, Cameron again.
You know what I mean?
Good night, all people.
No, peeps.
Adios.
Good night, everyone.
See you later.
They love it when I turn up the bass.